for us to realize that. 15,000 plus seats sold out in 42 minutes.
I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did.
Which is crazy to me. $28 to get in.
Caitlin Clark has done it again. The Indiana Fever's first game is officially sold out, and WNBA players are sounding off. Some are hyped, some have mixed feelings, and others are straight up calling this a game changer for the league. Clark's impact is undeniable, from her record-breaking college career to instantly boosting ticket sales in the WNBA. But not everyone is on the same page. Is this the start of a new era, or is the hype too much?
They are playing the Brazilian national team, the Indiana Fever, making their way to Iowa to take on the Brazilians. And guess what? It's sold out in 42 minutes. Tickets going on sale, and we're going to have a packed house. And it didn't take very long for us to realize that. 15,000 plus seats sold out in 42 minutes.
Let's break it all down. Clark's influence, the sold-out game, and what WNBA stars really think about it. Buckle up, because this one is wild. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie, she's a phenomenon. From jaw-dropping deep threes to breaking NCAA records, she's been the face of college basketball, drawing millions of viewers every game. Now she's bringing that same energy to the WNBA, and the numbers don't lie. Merch is flying off shelves. Social media is buzzing. And ticket sales? Through the roof. Her presence alone has turned Indiana Fever games into must-watch events. But here's the big question. How will this translate to the league long-term? Some say she's the spark the WNBA needed, while others wonder if the hype will last.
So the Fever are playing in Iowa, and the game sold out in literally, it didn't matter how long it took to sell out, you couldn't even get in. If you were there, you probably didn't get a ticket. I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did. And then you're looking at a situation where basically no Fever fans got them. It's a preseason game. This is a preseason game, and it's sold out in about 10 seconds.
One thing's for sure, her impact is already undeniable. And this sold-out game is just the beginning. Caitlin Clark hasn't even stepped onto a WNBA court yet, but she's already shifting the landscape of the league. The Indiana Fever's first home game is officially sold out. And not just any game, it's a preseason matchup. That alone speaks volumes. A preseason game packing out over 17,000 seats at Gainbridge Fieldhouse? That's the kind of buzz the WNBA has been waiting for.
And I'm going to treat myself, man. Yeah, no, I'm going alone. I'm not going to take anybody with me. If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man. Asia Wilson, man, commanding $19.
Such is the Caitlin Clark effect. And you know that the home faithful back in Iowa are going to be pumped up to see her back in the state where she made her name. 42 minutes. That's like back in the day when Rolling Stones tickets would go on sale. You try to go on Ticketmaster, they're gone. Taylor Swift is Swifty territory when you're selling out in 42 minutes.
For years, early season games have struggled to draw big crowds, with some barely filling a few thousand seats. But with Clark in the mix, Indiana is seeing demand like never before. Tickets vanished almost instantly, season packages are selling at a record pace, and resale prices, through the roof. Some seats for her WNBA debut are going for over $400, a number unheard of in women's basketball outside of the finals. Even Fever road games are feeling the impact, with teams like the Chicago Sky and Las Vegas Aces seeing a sudden spike in ticket sales when Indiana comes to town. This isn't just a win for the Fever, it's a shift for the entire WNBA. The demand for women's basketball has always been there, but Clark is proving just how powerful it can be when the spotlight shines in the right place. However, not everyone is celebrating the same way. While some WNBA stars are embracing the new wave of attention, others are questioning why it took one player to make the world finally pay attention. That's where things get interesting, because the reactions from players across the league are sparking a conversation that's bigger than just Caitlin Clark. Let's dive into that next.
So I ran across the Chicago Sky versus Brazil women's expedition game before the season, right? And these tickets are starting at $28 to get in, which is crazy to me. $28 to get in. That is wild. This is an expedition game, and you're telling me it's going to cost $28 for me to get in? I mean, I could get in 31, 38. I mean, all over. I mean, a lot of these tickets are crazy. But I'm just like, it's not even about the price for me. I'm just thinking about, like, I'm comparing the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky, because they said that it was like Me Too. Like, you guys are watching women's basketball because of Me Too.
Not everyone in the WNBA is thrilled about the Caitlin Clark effect. While some players are celebrating the sold-out arenas and the surge in attention, others are questioning why it took one player to bring this level of excitement. Stars like A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart have spoken out about how women's basketball has been thriving for years, yet it's only now, after Clark's arrival, that mainstream media and sponsors are fully paying attention. Some players feel like they've been grinding for seasons, breaking records, winning championships, and still not getting the same level of hype. To them, it raises a bigger issue. Why wasn't the league already getting this kind of coverage?
And the tickets were supposed to go on sale Friday morning, but they're sold out. So I really don't know what they're gonna do about this. I guess it's just kind of like one of those missed opportunities. And you know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium, because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out.
If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man. A'ja Wilson, man, commanded $19. And listen, man, if you really want to get jazzy, I mean, if you wanna, you know what I'm saying, if you want to wear your mink coat.
At the same time, there are those who see Clark's impact as a rising tide that lifts all boats. Her presence isn't just boosting ticket sales for Indiana, it's helping bring more eyes to the entire league. Teammates like Aaliyah Boston have embraced the excitement, acknowledging that Clark's arrival is making a difference in how people view the WNBA. And for some veterans, this moment is less about questioning why it's happening now and more about making sure it leads to long-term growth for everyone. The debate is loud, but one thing is clear. Caitlin Clark has forced a conversation the WNBA has needed for years. The league is at a crossroads, and how players, fans, and executives handle this newfound attention could shape its future. The question is, will this momentum last, or is it just a temporary surge? Let's wrap it up.
Look at the price of these tickets. This is like right after the tickets went on sale. So no good seats. $1,142 for a not very good seat. I'm guessing 10 grand minimum courtside to go see Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's arrival isn't just about selling out one game. It's forcing a larger conversation about the future of the WNBA. For years, players, coaches, and diehard fans have been pushing for more recognition, bigger investments, and better marketing for the league. But now, with Clark drawing record-breaking ticket sales and media attention, the WNBA is at a crossroads. Will this moment be the spark that finally pushes the league into mainstream sports culture? Or will it be another temporary surge that fades away? Sponsorship deals are already rolling in at a rapid pace, with companies eager to attach themselves to the growing excitement. Brands that once overlooked the league are suddenly investing, and networks that rarely prioritized women's basketball are now putting fever games in primetime slots. For years, WNBA games were often buried in bad time slots or overshadowed by other sports, but Clark's impact is changing that almost overnight. The real question is, will this shift be permanent, or is it only happening because of the hype surrounding one player?
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game with Indiana Fever going to play the Brazilian national team at Cover Hockey Arena, Caitlin's college facility.
A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness, she and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. She accounted also for helping drive the numbers of merchandising up 500%. Of course, her jersey was number one.
But one topic in sports, the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face of the league. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie, whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance, she's doing sold out dates.
There's also the issue of how the WNBA will handle this newfound attention. Will the league use this moment to push all of its stars into the spotlight, or will Clark remain the center of attention? Many veteran players believe this is the perfect time to showcase all the talent in the league. Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Sabrina Ionescu have been dominating for years, yet they've never received this level of mainstream media attention. Some argue that the WNBA should take this opportunity to invest in every marketable player, not just the newest sensation. At the same time, Clark's presence could open doors for the next generation of female athletes. Young girls watching her sell out arenas and break records might finally see a future in professional basketball that looks sustainable and profitable. More fans and seats means more revenue, and more revenue could lead to better salaries, improved travel conditions, and overall growth for the league. This moment could be the turning point the WNBA has been waiting for, if the league plays its cards right.
I saw the ticket prices. I guess the only thing is, I'm surprised we're not playing at the United Center. I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. So maybe there's a conflict of some sort that I don't know about. Obviously, that's a little above my pay grade.
No matter which side of the debate you're on, one thing is undeniable. Caitlin Clark is shaking up the WNBA in ways no one can ignore. But what happens next? That's the real story, and it's only just beginning. Caitlin Clark has already changed the game, and she hasn't even played a minute in the WNBA. A sold-out arena, skyrocketing ticket sales, and a league-wide debate, her impact is impossible to ignore. Some players are celebrating, others are questioning the sudden surge in attention, but one thing is certain, the WNBA is in the spotlight like never before. The real question is, will this momentum keep growing, or is it just a temporary wave? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay locked in for more WNBA.